Are you worried about your retirement? Well, you should be, because major Social Security changes are rolling out this week, and they could seriously impact your financial future. If you're wondering whether these changes will affect your benefits or if you need to take immediate action, stick around because this video is absolutely crucial for you. Before we dive deep into these urgent updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on critical financial information that could affect your retirement security. Here's where things get really interesting and potentially concerning for many of you. The new calculations will particularly affect those born between 1960 and 1965. If you fall into this age group, you need to pay extra attention because your benefits could be reduced by up to 5.3% unless you take specific actions before the end of this week. I know that sounds alarming, but don't panic just yet. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to protect your benefits. But it's not all bad news. For some of you, these changes could actually result in higher monthly payments. The key is understanding how these modifications apply to your specific situation. The new formula takes into account factors that weren't previously considered, such as extended periods of part-time work, gig economy income, and even certain types of investment income. This means that if you've had a diverse work history or multiple income streams, you might actually come out ahead under the new system. Let's talk about the urgency factor. Why is this week so crucial? Well, the Social Security Administration is giving Americans a very narrow window to make certain elections and file specific paperwork that could grandfather them into more favorable calculation methods. After this week, these options disappear completely. It's like when a store announces a massive sale with limited stock. Once it's gone for good. Here's something that many financial advisors aren't telling their clients. There's a little-known provision in these changes that allows for what I call a benefit optimization strategy. This strategy could potentially increase your lifetime benefits by tens of thousands of dollars, but it only works if you implement it before the new rules take full effect. I'll explain exactly how to use this strategy in just a moment. Have you been wondering about how these changes might affect your spouse's benefits? This is where things get even more complicated. The new rules are introducing significant modifications to spousal benefits, survivor benefits, and even divorced spouse benefits. If you're married, divorced, or widowed, you absolutely need to understand these changes because they could affect not just your own benefits, but your family's financial security for years to come. Let me share a real example that might hit close to home. Sarah, one of our channel viewers, was planning to retire next year. When she heard about these changes, she was worried sick about her retirement plans being derailed. But after implementing the strategies I'm about to share with you, she actually discovered she could increase her monthly benefit by $437. That's an extra $5,244 per year she nearly missed out on. Now, let's talk about what's happening with the earnings test. The Social Security Administration is completely revamping how they calculate penalties for working while receiving benefits. This is huge news for anyone planning to work part-time during retirement. The new rules could either be a massive advantage or a costly mistake, depending on how you structure your income. Here's something that's keeping me up at night. I've noticed that many people are making critical mistakes in responding to these changes. Some are rushing to claim benefits early, thinking they'll beat the system, while others are freezing like deer in headlights, afraid to make any moves at all. Both approaches could be costly mistakes. What you need is a calculated, well-informed strategy based on your specific situation. Did you know that these changes also affect how Social Security treats certain types of retirement accounts? If you have a 401(k), IRA, or other retirement accounts, you need to understand how these new rules could impact your overall retirement strategy. The coordination between your Social Security benefits and your personal retirement savings just became more critical than ever. Let's talk about Medicare coordination too, because these changes don't exist in a vacuum. The new Social Security rules have important implications for Medicare premiums and when you should enroll in different parts of Medicare. Making the wrong decision here could cost you thousands in unnecessary premium penalties. I'm going to share something that might surprise you. There's actually a silver lining to all these changes. The Social Security Administration is introducing new online tools and resources to help beneficiaries navigate these modifications. However, these tools are only helpful if you know exactly how to use them and what to look for. I'll show you how to leverage these resources to your advantage. Remember those confusing statements you get from Social Security every year? Well, they're about to look very different. The new benefit statements will reflect these changes, but they might be harder to understand at first glance. I'll show you exactly what to look for and how to interpret your new statements so you can make informed decisions about your retirement. Here's a question I've been getting a lot: what about people who are already receiving benefits? If you're currently collecting Social Security, you're not off the hook. These changes could affect your future cost of living adjustments and any additional benefits you might be eligible for. There are specific actions current beneficiaries need to take this week to protect their interests. Let's address the elephant in the room: political uncertainty. With major elections coming up, some people are wondering if these changes might be reversed or modified again. While that's always possible, waiting for potential political changes is a risky strategy. The time to act is now, while you still have options available. Now, here's something crucial that many people are missing: these changes also affect how Social Security benefits are taxed. The new rules could either increase or decrease the portion of your benefits subject to taxation, depending on your other income sources. Understanding these tax implications is critical for your overall retirement planning. Speaking of planning, let's talk about what this means for younger workers. If you're still decades away from retirement, these changes might seem irrelevant, but they're not. The decisions you make now about your career, savings, and investment strategies could have an even bigger impact under the new system. I'll explain why and what you should be doing differently starting today. Here's an interesting twist: the new rules are creating some unique opportunities for married couples to maximize their combined benefits. There are new strategies available for couples to coordinate their claiming decisions in ways that weren't possible before. But again, some of these strategies are only available if you act before the end of this week. Let me share another success story. John and Mary, a couple in their early 60s, were planning to both claim benefits next year. After learning about these changes and implementing the strategies I'm sharing, they discovered they could increase their lifetime benefits by over $100,000. But they had to act quickly to lock in these advantages. Now, let's talk about something that's causing a lot of confusion: the impact on special benefits. If you're eligible for special benefits like those for disabled workers, children, or parents, these changes could affect you differently. There are specific provisions in the new rules that apply only to these special situations. Here's a critical point about disability benefits: the new rules are changing how work credits are calculated for disability eligibility. If you're currently working and might need to claim disability benefits in the future, you need to understand these changes now, not when you actually need to file for disability. Let me address a concern many of you have expressed: what about inflation protection? The new rules are modifying how cost of living adjustments are calculated. This might seem like a small technical change, but over time, it could mean a difference of thousands of dollars in your retirement income. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, and you might be feeling overwhelmed. That's completely normal. But here's what you need to remember: knowledge is power, and action is essential. The worst thing you can do right now is nothing. Even if you're years away from retirement, understanding these changes and taking appropriate action now could significantly impact your financial future. Before we wrap up, let me remind you of the urgency here. These changes start this week. The window for taking advantage of certain provisions is closing fast. Don't let procrastination cost you thousands in potential benefits. Take action now while you still have all options available to you. If you found this information valuable, please don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Also, share this video with friends and family who need to know about these crucial changes. Remember, knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied, and someone you know might desperately need this information right now. In the comments below, let me know if you have any questions about these changes and how they might affect your specific situation. I read all comments and try to respond to as many as I can. Remember, we're all in this together, and the more we share and learn from each other, the better prepared we'll all be for these significant changes to our Social Security system. Thank you for watching, and remember, when it comes to your retirement security, the time to act is now. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take action before it's too late. I'll see you in the next video with more critical updates and strategies for maximizing your retirement benefits.